Hello and welcome to module number 3 of the mini course of the Budget for Freedom journey. So basically in module number 3, the title is Don't Blow Your Account. So if you have your Budget for Freedom journal, you can follow along while filling in the spaces over here. So what does don't blow your account mean? It basically means having a plan for the future. So there are holidays and there are vacations and there are important events that happen every single year that you know they are coming, like your husband's birthday or your children's birthday or Christmas Day that you know is coming. So you need to plan for it so that you don't blow your account, you don't use credit cards, and you don't get loans for it. For things like weddings, and I know because I went through a wedding and I have a whole video about that as well. But basically what we're going to be covering here is planning for the future, which is very important. So this is what we're going to be covering. Grab your BFFs, grab your highlighters, your pens, and let's cover module number 3. Now, if you want to know more about your expenses and how to manage your finances on your payday, also how to understand your finances, your needs and your wants, then go to module number 1, which will be linked up here, and module number 2 will also be linked up here, which covers payday routine. Okay, so let's have a look at module 3, which is Don't Blow Your Account. Let's open it up. Right here. So module 3 is called Don't Blow Your Account, and the reason why, again, it's because it is so easy to blow your account with these planned and unplanned events that happen in our lives. Okay, so let's have a look at this paragraph over here and just read so that we understand what are we talking about here, what are sinking funds, what do you mean, etc. So these are expenses that could cause you to blow your account if you don't plan for them. So we are going to identify what is it that you need to save for when these events come around so that you don't get a huge hit from it. So for example, with me, I got married last year. I knew I was getting married last year. I knew in 2020 after the lobola that we are getting married soon, so we need to save money. So what other people do is they don't acknowledge it and then they blow their accounts on the event. And that is what we're trying to eliminate here. So by doing that, it could lead you to blowing your account and could lead you to getting in debt as an option to save yourself, but you're actually getting trapped. So for example, Christmas. We all know Christmas comes every year. There's no year that Christmas doesn't come. And it's such a fun time, especially in South Africa. I don't know, South Africans and December is a vibe, let me put it that way. So because you enjoy that vibe, even if you're not a party person, but because you enjoy that vibe with family, etc., save for it so that you do not blow your account, where you do not use your income that came in December for festive and then January you are struggling. Weddings. I just made an example with my wedding. Car maintenance. So this one is unplanned things that happen. So a tire could punch and then you're going to blow your account by getting a tire. Or you could plan in advance by having a car maintenance sinking funds. For me, I have a tire insurance. We have insurance for our tires and it is included in my monthly installments for the car. So babies are unplanned, but when you get pregnant you have a good 8 months to save for it. Back to school. We all know our kids go back to school in January and they need new school shoes or a new bag or stationery or whatever it is. So plan for it the year prior, like in little bites. Traveling, things like that, plan for it. Don't just up and go, okay, let me just get a loan and travel, enjoy your holiday, and then come back and be depressed because now you have to pay for a holiday that's already passed. So these are called your emergency funds and your sinking funds. So let me explain the two. Emergency fund is unplanned events. So let me write it. I'll write it in my red pen actually. So unplanned events that happen. I made an example with the car maintenance. So if you need new car tires, You didn't plan for that. It just happens. Oh, crap. I need a new tire. Have a plan for it. Get tire. I think Tiger Wheels has a little insurance thing that they have. I think you just pay like 20 Rand a month or something like that, and then you're covered with their tires. Medication for your family or pets. So if you don't have medical aid, have a medication fund, because you never know when flu arises or anything, and then you need to buy some medication. It clicks or whatever, and it is so expensive. Traveling for work. So for me, for example, I do a lot of presentations in high schools, and I go to visit schools to talk to teachers wanting to do their PGCE, etc. That I'm using my car, my petrol, but I claim back from work. So I need to make sure that when I know it's presentation season, I have enough money put away for that driving around and the petrol that I will need to use. But I know that I can claim back. Sorry about that. Let me put this phone away. New cell phone. So that is also an emergency. Your phone just got in water. Now you no longer have a phone. How are you going to get a new phone? Household maintenance. Okay, the floods happened. Now you have this big crack on your ceiling. How are you going to fix that? Things like that. Those are emergencies. Those are unplanned. So having an emergency fund is going to help you not use credit cards or debt to cover those expenses. Then we have sinking funds, which are your planned events. So things like Christmas. Christmas we all know is coming. We cannot say, oh, I didn't know there was something called Christmas. We all know Christmas, so we plan for it. Birthdays, anniversaries, back to school, servicing your car. You know which mileage your car needs to be serviced in. Car disc renewal. I already know my car disc renewal is in April, so I need to start saving for it at least in February, March, and then April I'll get it. And then weddings. We all know if you're setting a wedding date that there's going to be expenses that come with that. So you plan for it. So these are planned expenses, sinking funds, and then emergency fund is for unplanned occasions and events. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now let's have a look at this page. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to list my sinking funds. So grab your pen and your BFF and list your sinking funds. Now what you need to be careful of is listing too many sinking funds. Everyone's birthday in the family, every holiday in the year, Easter, you don't have to do that. You don't have to list all sinking funds. You don't have to have so many sinking funds. I remember I only started with 2 and then I went up to 3, etc. So you don't have to have so many sinking funds. My number one sinking fund though is Christmas. The reason why I'm saying that is because Christmas is my favorite holiday, and I just enjoy Christmas because I am together with my family. For Christmas, I'm hoping to save 5,000 Rand plus. Okay, and that's just my share for Christmas. Then KB's birthday. KB's birthday, Mum's birthday, and Skylar's birthday. Those are important days, birthdays, let me put it that way, in my family to me that could cause me to spend money. Now ask yourself how much are you willing to spend in each. In KB's birthday, I am planning to save over 3,000 Rand. My mom's birthday, 1,000, and Skylar's birthday, also around 1,000. Let's take this USB out. Okay, and another sinking fund for me is our honeymoon. So obviously with our honeymoon we are saving together, but I'll still cover that. and we are planning to save over 20,000. And then the emergency fund, and lastly, shopping and clothing / shopping. So obviously we already know that we are doing challenges to help me save money and to help you save money. I really hope everyone has joined the challenges, because it's a nice way to save money. Okay, so for Christmas, this is my share. KB's also saving his. And then KB's birthday, obviously it's going to be saved by me, my mom's birthday, and Skylar's birthday, me and KB. And then honeymoon is both of us, me and KB. And emergency fund, this is just what I'm doing with the Stash app. And then clothing and shopping, that is for me. Right, so now you've established your sinking funds, so even your emergency funds. And now what I need to explain to you is what you are looking at over here are my goals. So my financial, let me write here, goals, right? Now, in order for me to achieve these goals, I need to make them sinking funds. So basically, saving a little bit every time I get paid to help me reach this goal becomes a sinking fund. Let's write it down. So saving a little bit every time I get paid to reach my goal. So that is a sinking fund. So basically, a sinking fund is how you reach your goal. Taking little bites every single month to get to the bigger picture, to get to the bigger goal. Okay, now this is what I'm looking at for 2023. Now, if we flip over to the next page, where we will now be setting our goals and sinking funds. As you can see, here you're going to pick your top 4. You don't have to do all of them now. Okay, so the main events for this year. So it says here, list 4 of them. So not all of them. I don't have to list all of them, but I need to list at least 4, just so I can have an idea of my top 4. How am I going to reach them? So number 1 is Christmas. So Christmas. Now it says, why are these important to you? When you know your why, you will be more motivated to achieve it. This is why I added this section over here. So why is Christmas important to me? Obviously, to be with my family. I'll write with blue. To be with family, and to not, I'll put a capital not, use credit cards or any debt for Christmas. Okay, to not use credit cards. Number 2, the event that is important to me this year is I think honeymoon. Just a little getaway for KB and I. We haven't done that. After our wedding, we went straight back to work, and then the only holiday we took was Christmas, but we were with everyone else. And then obviously with our business that we've been working so hard on, we haven't had time to ourselves of just doing nothing. I don't think that is even possible in our book, because we love Norma's Diaries so much that every time we have time to ourselves, we just like talking about the business, working on the business, ideas and things like that. So hopefully we will get like a one weekend, because I don't think we can do more than that. 1 weekend getaway this year. But I'm hoping we can do it on our 1 year wedding anniversary. 1 year marriage anniversary, since we did not get our honeymoon. So for 1 year, I would like us to like do something nice. Okay. Number 3, another thing that's very important to me is our KB's birthday. I am a birthday person. I like making birthdays very special. So KB's B-Day. So my reason for wanting to save over 3,000 is to help him get a new phone. His phone, no, I don't like his phone. So I'm gonna write here because he needs a new phone. And then lastly, I think I will choose out of the sinking funds. Kevin's birthday, Christmas, honeymoon. I will choose one that I actually didn't put over here that is in my saving challenges, which is back to school. Okay, so with the back to school one, I'm using the snowball effect for that. And the reason why, it's because Skylar's going to grade 1 in 2024. So I don't know what to expect. Let me put it that way. She's my first child. I really don't know anything when it comes to back to school. But I do want to be prepared financially for anything that she will need for grade 1. So for Skylar to have all she needs. Skylar to have all she needs in grade 1. Okay, so these are going to be my 4 main goals, financial goals this year. Now let's make those goals sinking funds. Okay, I hope you guys can see. Okay, so now if we make these goals sinking funds, how do we do that? So the question over here on top, it says, how much are you planning on saving for this event? So for Christmas, we said we are looking at around 5,000 Rand. So I wrote 5,000 plus. So I don't want to save less than 5,000 Rand. But if I go more than that, that is amazing. That's a bonus. So 5,000 Rand. When is this event? So it's in December. So I'm going to say 20th. The reason why I'm saying 20th, I want to have this money by the 20th of December, giving me time to buy my Secret Santa or whatever gifts, or book anything that I need to book, that we do fun activities as a family or whatever it is in December with this money. So now, how much will you save per month? So remember we spoke about a sinking fund is taking little chunks of money when you get paid, or every month, whatever. How if you get paid weekly, then since the question says month, you'll calculate how much you'll get in each week, and then put one number for the month, that one amount for the month. Let me grab my phone, and so if you go 5,000 divided by 12 months, 416. Okay, that's a very odd number. Let's say divided by 11 months. Okay, so 416, I'm going to round it up to 420 a month that we have to try and save. But for me, or for us, because we are all doing the challenges, basically what we just need to do if you're also wanting to save 5,000 rand is to make sure you color in all your trees, because per tree it's 250, and we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 trees. When you complete all trees, you have saved 5,000 rand. Okay, but I'm just showing you, if you wanted to do it monthly, that is how much you would save for 20. Okay, now for the honeymoon 1-year anniversary, our 1-year anniversary is in June, so I'm gonna write June 25th, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a Sunday or it's a weekend though, which will be so perfect. For our 1-year anniversary, we did plan on saving 20,000 together, but for our June, I think I just want us to have a weekend getaway, and I think 20,000 will be a bit too much, because the weekend getaway might just be in Durban, but in a nice part of Durban. I don't know where. We're still going to have a look around, so I'm going to say for the weekend, let's save 10,000. Okay, now you're going to calculate, okay, so how much should I save then up until June for 10,000 rand, both of us? Okay, so we'll grab my phone and go 10 divided by 6 months. It is 1.7. It's actually 16666, but I just rounded it up. So 1.7 divided by 2 of us, me and KB, is 850 each. So my share would be 850. Okay, and then KB's birthday, I'm budgeting around 3,000 or more. His birthday is in July. So now that's 7 months. So 3,000 divided by 7 is 430 a month. 430 a month. And then back to school for Skylar, I'm just going to say, because I'm using the snowball effect. So this event will be in January 2024, and per month I'm just going to say snowball challenge, because I cannot give a monthly amount since obviously it goes per month. Okay, so that's basically my sinking funds. That is a bird's eye view for me to remind myself what is important and how am I planning on saving this. Now obviously, to take it a step further, you can add 1, 2, 3. This one, yes you can, but it's part of the challenges. Again, this right here, I'm going to be using the challenge as well, but let's add these 3 and see what we are looking at for my savings for my big goals. So 420 plus 850 plus 430. So I'm looking at 1.7 as my savings goal when I get paid to put away, and then obviously I've got my challenges as well. So what I wanted to say as well is after July, it means this challenge here will be done. Now it's up to you if you want to put more into other challenges or add a new challenge to complete maybe by December. But we will touch base again in July and in June when these dates have passed. Okay, so that is your sinking funds and that is your savings. So if we have a look at the back of the BFF as well, you do have a place where you can also track yourself and color in, just to keep track and see how you are doing. This here has monthly spaces, and this over here has, this here has 10 spaces and this here has 20 spaces, but obviously you write everything down here. I did do a whole video on it, which also I will link it over here. Now let's have a look at the challenges. So I do have a video showing how much I have saved so far in January, and I'll also do an opening balance for February. So the snowball effect, as you can see, January is sorted, and I've also got my sinking funds binder over here where I put my money in. So in my sinking funds binder, I've got the snowball effect, I've got our honeymoon, and this was where you'll see me putting money for our honeymoon, the 850 we spoke about. Christmas money is also in here. Clothing fund will come from the 10 Rand challenge, and then Skylar will be the back to school one. So yeah, so also the emergency fund, so far we've saved 2,770 and the goal is 15,000 Rand. So if I don't have an actual date because I can't even divide it with the months of when I would like this emergency fund to be completed, but I just want to gradually do it with the app, because it doesn't even feel like I'm saving using the Stash app, so I don't want to stop using that app. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope it makes sense on how to create your sinking funds and what is an emergency fund, why this is important, but also again, like I said, it depends on your goals. So for me, for example, my main goal is to complete my loan payments and start finishing off my debt and in my debt. Once I finish my loan, I'm going to try and target my car to bring down the installments and things like that. So that's where my goal is, to try and get to be debt free so that I can increase my savings and sinking funds. So right now my sinking funds are not that much because my goal is to be debt free. But if you are debt free, maybe you will have more sinking funds and more saving goals. And I really hope that I have kind of painted the picture for you to have an understanding of your financial journey and the different legs basically of your financial table. The reason why I'm saying that is because imagine a table with 4 legs. Without one, it's a bit unstable. That's why I've got the 4 modules, so that we can cover each step of your financial journey this year. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please give it a subscribe and give it a like if you enjoy this kind of videos. Bye.